Hello everyone and welcome to episode 46 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel, as we are now in the year 2001 with the UFC as a huge fight night. Of course, this was a pay-per-view main event at one point, and boy, one of the saddest outcomes I think I've ever seen a fight, as far as I've probably seen. If you look at as far as just UFC fights, WEC fights, boxing, kickboxing, trying to think what else. Maybe even, Pride FC fights. Maybe close to 1,000 in my lifetime. I don't think I've had a fight where I've been so uncomfortable and sad watching than seeing Alexander Volkanovski absolutely beat the piss out of the Korean zombie, Chan Sung-jung. Hopefully that does not happen here in this save here. This should be a fun main event, though, as far as obviously Volkanovski coming off of a loss to Max Holloway, and for Chan Sung-jung, he is looking to have a big performance here tonight. Hopefully that works out for him, as we do have a piece of mail, and that's Jake Matthews breaking his toe against Alexei Konechko, as which is unfortunate, because this, Jake Matthews was going to be having a hometown fight, to miss out on it because he breaks his toe, literally the day of the fight. Pretty crazy. So I don't know why there's training happening on this day. I'd like to just imagine that he broke his toe and, like walking around, like going into the arena or something, and they've had to, which even then, I would definitely assume this is just a shot in the dark. If somebody were to break their toe the night of the fight, I think they would probably still try to fight. That's just me, though. I guess it really depends on what the toe is, but even, as far as I think, even if the big toe is broken, he would, whoever it is, she, whoever it was, would probably still have the fight. So, Alexei Konechko now, he is actually fighting here in March, so his fight is now pushed back to March, as far as he's taking on Mikael Brazeras, as far as that's going to be in Brazil. As for Jake Matthews, of course, we're going to wait and see, but it just sucks. A guy who hadn't even fought in the year 2020. We'll definitely get something set up for him very, very soon, because his broken toe injury should heal in about a week. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll say it just that absolutely is terrible to see. So because of that, that means the fight has been pushed up, and that fight being Alex Oliveira and Michael Venom Page. So MVP gets a pretty quick turnaround compared to his first fight was against Santiago Ponzinibbio, which he did win that one as far as back in November. So as far as from November to February 1st, pretty quick turnaround. But yeah, that was a first round finish as well. We'll see how he does against Alex Oliveira. I also have Thiago Santos and Jimmy Crute, so at least we have a Australian in the co-main at least. And then, of course, Chan Sung-jung and Alexander Volkanovski. Our main event, Thiago Moises taking on Dan Hooker, as that's a 155 contest. And then Denise Zambaniga taking on Marina Rodriguez, as that's a 115 bout. As far as from the analytics side of things, for Chan Sung-jung and Alexander Volkanovski, as far as Volkanovski is the favorite at minus 200, is really no surprise. As TKZ is ranked 9th, Volkanovski ranked 7th, which is crazy that both these guys are outside the top 5. Obviously, for Chan Sung-jung, he lost to Ortega, but he beat Josh Emmett, so at least he's coming off a win there. As far as the leg lock submission loss in about a minute, kind of crazy. But yeah, hard to believe, as far as it was kind of crazy to think this UFC bout against Josh Emmett that actually broke his streak from main eventing a fight card like throughout his time. Actually, in real life, he main evented every card. Pretty sure from the Poirier one to his final one against Max Holloway. So kind of crazy. Like literally 12 years. 11, 12 years. Hell of a run. But here we break it in the save, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, should be a very, very fun fight, though. Hopefully it goes a lot better than the real life one. It's just, this at least it's text-based, So to see one of your favorite guys get absolutely pieced up in a text-based simulator is much better than seeing them in real life get absolutely demolished. But yeah, obviously for Alexander Volkanovski, gets a win here, maybe potential trilogy fight on the horizon. Yeah, obviously too. They've had a fight pretty much. If they were to fight this year in 2021, they'd have a fight every year for the past 3 years. Might be a bit of a quick turnaround, but again, obviously Volkanovski's trying to get back to the top of the mountain and be the featherweight champion. One thing about the Australian native looking to get a big win in the main event. But then Thiago Santos in Jimmy the Brute Crute as the Melbourne native, 11-1, coming in as a slight favorite against Thiago Santos. Of course, Santos losing in pretty crazy fashion to Jacare Souza. Got absolutely destroyed after he pretty much destroyed Volkan Ozdemir, but of course had the John Jones split decision. So had a lot of momentum at one point in time, especially after beating Jan Blachowicz and Eric Anders and Kevin Holland in a nice little run. But now obviously in the PFL and is definitely on the kind of the older side of things, especially even still at 37, still definitely up there in age. So usually when somebody in the kind of 23 years old, pretty much the prime of his life, if you will, taking on somebody on the older end of the spectrum, usually they would have an advantage, and you see it here on the betting line. They're both outside the top 10. Jimmy Crute was outside the top 15. Maybe beats Thiago Santos here. He definitely would jump up into the top 10. And that's kind of crazy, though. Thiago Santos, at one point in the save, was like a top 5 light heavyweight. Now, not so much, but yeah, 14-7 in the UFC. He's had more UFC fights than obviously Jimmy Crute has in his entire career. So has the fight experience advantage for sure. Of course, Alex Oliveira and Michael Venom Page. I mean, talk about a crazy turnaround. No way someone would, if they had a fight camp that was about a month away, you get a phone call, it's like, hey, we had to reschedule a fight. Can you take it on short notice? And both guys are like, yeah, no problem. Crazy. I actually don't even think it's going to matter as far as from that perspective, like a very short notice type of thing. Because the idea is they're both in training camp, and somehow they were both able to make weight. Both guys somehow walking around at their normal weight. I think it being a welterweight fight, maybe that would kind of make a lot of sense, where a lot of guys would be able to potentially cut weight in a quick amount of time to make the way in and show up and have a pretty crazy fight. Because both these guys, very, very exciting styles. Cowboy Oliveira, though, as far as the Muay Thai Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background, definitely has the advantage on the ground. But Michael Venom Page, long, lengthy, can use his speed. It had a pretty high rate as far as the Wolf Slayer Academy and Shoot the Box for Alex Oliveira. So two guys that are part of pretty prestigious MMA camps. MVP looking for his 20th win, and of course, as far as her MVP Bellator guy for a long, long time was known as the Can Crusher, and obviously now we've just seen him in real life and beating Kevin Holland. It's like, and not only beating him in a pretty decisive fashion as well. And a lot of people didn't expect him if they never really saw him fight, or even was just like, oh, listen, he's now in the upper 30s. There's no way he's going to still be able to be as fast and as quick and as bouncy as he has been pretty much throughout his career. And that definitely, has been proven wrong, and that has been proven that, this guy is still incredibly quick, incredibly fast. As that's going to be a very, very fun fight, though, him and Alex Oliveira. As far as for Oliveira, he is coming off a win over Neil Magny, so he's beaten a man that has been the gatekeeper of the welterweight division after losing 3 straight. He's beaten Carlos Condit, fought Donald Cerrone, Tim Means, as far as Yanti Maradoza, but really KJ Noons. Lost to Gilbert Burns. That was a tough debut fight, though, against Gilbert Burns. Mainly been a fight night. It was on the Fox era of starting an ESPN Plus era fights. A couple of pay-per-view fights in there, but the Neil Magny one was on pay-per-view. That was, of course, back in March. It's almost a year layoff for Oliveira. That's still only 32. To have that type of experience is pretty crazy at 32 years old. It's hard to believe, they're only a year apart when, obviously Oliveira's fought so many top contenders. But of course, MVP, they're going to jump into the top 15 potentially with a win here over Oliveira. Thiago Moises taking on Dan the Hangman Hooker. So, of course, Dan Hooker. What type of version of Dan Hooker we're getting for this one? Because Thiago Moises, great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, but if Dan Hooker can bring it stand-up wise, he should be able to get this win. But it depends on what type of version of Dan Hooker we're going to get. Are we going to get, as far as the Gilbert Burns, Jim Miller, that kind of 2018 version of Dan Hooker? Or are we going to get more so of a modern day here, Dan Hooker, after losing to Damir Ismagulov and Charles Oliveira getting finished there in back-to-back fights? His first losing streak in his career. 9-6 in the UFC. If he gets a win here, he'd stay in the top, 20, obviously. I don't even think Moises is ranked, so, Moises looking to jump into the top 25. As he's also lost to Damir Ismagulov, but he didn't even have a fight in 2020, having his first fight here in 2021. We'll see how he does, as far as against a veteran in Dan Hooker. And then for Denise Zambaniga, as far as the Philippine native taking on the Brazilian Muay Thai fighter in Marina Rodriguez. So, Marina Rodriguez has the, I would say, UFC fight experience, obviously, as Denise making her debut, but a karate background for the Philippine native, as far as Denise the Menace. She is, usually, she's fought sometimes on atom weight, she's fought a straw weight. Here, she's fought in the save at deep, as far as she's gotten 2 wins during her time there, both, great fights, and we'll see how she does, as far as this is, strawweight division. Her being 5'2", definitely kind of on the smaller end of strawweights, because there's some that are 5'6", 5'7", as you see with Marina Rodriguez, but should be a fun stand-up fight, though. Muay Thai versus karate background. Marina Rodriguez, though, she lost to Angela Hill. She got finished by Angela Hill in 47 seconds. It was pretty crazy. It was her first fight to save, too. See how she does. See how she does in this one. And then our prelims is CJ Vergara taking on Steve Erceg, as obviously now Steve Erceg now has a title fight in real life here, but Steve Erceg making his debut here in the save, and a guy that, the Astro Boy really shocked, a lot of the UFC watchers, because he was a pretty heavy underdog at his debut fight, and he showed that he had the skill set to be a potential top 10, top even 5 flyweight in the UFC. But he's taking on CJ Vergara, who is a very, very tough flyweight as well. Both guys making their debuts on the prelim. Steve is the slight favorite, which I would say that's pretty accurate. But yeah, long, lengthy flyweight of 5'7". He won in the AFC as far as the Australian Fighting Championship. It's a 29-28 victory. His only fight in the save. As for CJ Vergara, I believe he's got a couple of fights, in the LFA and at the King of the Cage. A couple of wins, a couple of great fights as well, a couple of finishes by TKO and by KO. He is ranked in the flyweight, so this would be, for Steve to be able to jump into the top 25 and be ranked after this fight would be pretty huge. But the Australian top team, of course, Pete Spratt, Muay Thai for CJ, and that's a fun main event of the prelim. And then Justin Tafa and Greg Hardy, couple of heavyweights, of course, the Aussie native for Justin Tafa. He is a bad man, and it's unfortunate how kind of shit he's been in this save. Knocked out by Juan Adams, knocked out by Jorgen De Castro, which that was actually before the save. But yeah, getting knocked out by Juan Adams was crazy, but Juan Adams turned into a bit of a savage. We'll see how he does. Here against Greg Hardy, I'm hoping he knocks him out. Greg Hardy, though, crazy that he beat Daniel Spitz, split decision. I thought that was going to be his last fight here in the save. We'll see what he can do, though. It's kind of crazy. He also fought Alexander Volkov. That will always blow my mind. That's a crazy fight to have. Volkov, I don't even think was ranked, which is crazy in itself. It just doesn't say he was. He should have been. But yeah, as far as obviously Greg Hardy, big dude. So is Justin Tafa. Tafa, is the favorite. Oh, no, actually, Greg Hardy is. Greg Hardy's the slight favorite. But yeah, both guys coming at 265. Probably both of them had to cut weight to make 265, which is pretty crazy to think about. That's big stuff. Big stuff there. As Tabitha Ritchie and Nadia Kazim, our next contest, as far as both girls, 115 strawweight division fight. Tabitha Ritchie 8-1, Nadia 187, Kazim, the Sydney Australian native 6-2. She's the underdog in this one. She is coming off of a win though against Isabella de Padua, as far as I was at UFC 253. So our first non-pay-per-view fight since the run of 253, 253, and 234. Imagine that was 233. She would have been 333 across the board. But for Nadia, though, tough fight though. Tabitha Ritchie, very, very tough. But pretty, as far as a pretty tough grappler in her right, as far as the black belt in judo and a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a training partner of Mackenzie Dern. I don't know why I clicked on the skill, but yeah, national caliber level judo fighter as far as she won 2 fights in the LFA here in the safe. So coming off of 2 straight victories. I think the UFC record's kind of fucked up. Could be wrong though. That might be right. As far as I'm pretty sure I went through all the women records and fixed them. Could be wrong though. And then Teruto Ishihara taking on Shane Young in a featherweight contest here as far as the Japanese native, the Osaka native, if you will, for Ishihara 10-7-2. Not a great record, but he is the favorite against Sugar Shane Young, the Auckland, New Zealand native. But yeah, 3-5-1. Has been on a incredible losing streak, but he's fought guys like Peter Young and Quang Ho Kang, Jose Quinones, Gray Maynard, Artem Lobov. Obviously, this win on September 2017 is the last victory ever. Loses here, he's definitely done in the UFC. But not even 30 years old, though, so you never know what can happen with him. But yeah, Shane Young, kickboxing native, no team, though. But yeah, he lost in his debut in the safe. Got caught with a Kimura by Zabara Tukagov. As far as, yeah, that was a fun fight, though. Shane Young actually also missed weight, which is one of the very few times we see people miss weight. The debut against Volkanovski, rather. I got Alexander Volkov now on the brain. But, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough fight. Very, very tough fight. We'll see how it goes. Very, very tough fight, though, I think, for Shane Young. For somebody that, or not even a tough fight for Shane Young. Mainly, I would say a tougher fight for Ishihara. I would imagine Shane Young being the favorite, but it's out of a fight camp, though. So at least he has an advantage there for Ishihara. And then our prelim opening contest, JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, as far as a absolute savage in there. We'll see how he does here in the save, but obviously in real life, a dog among dogs, taking on Michael Graves, as Michael Graves 8-0-1, making his debut, I believe. Oh no, he's 2-0-1. My God, what a run he has been on, as far as had a couple of fights in 2016, 2015. He was in the PFL for a little bit here in the safe. And, when you beat Randy Brown and Vince Luque, that's pretty big. Pretty big. So to bring him back here to take on JDM, and to have JDM be a pretty sizable favorite, shows you again how talented that motherfucker is. This is going to be a pretty fun prelim. A lot of Aussies, a lot of some New Zealand natives, even Japan too. Japan, obviously, relatively, at least they're in the same time zone. So, I mean, sure, it'd be a flight away. I forget how long that flight is from Australia to Japan, but relatively closer for any of the Japanese fans to make it to a UFC event, to a non-Japan one. This would definitely be a good case for that. Korean Zombie, main eventing for the 7th time in the UFC. He's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Volkanovski, though, as far as ranked 7th in the featherweights in the world. Korean Zombie, 9th. Crazy, the Korean Zombie has an 8-inch reach advantage. I don't remember that from their fight in real life. That's kind of crazy. But Volkanovski won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. Somebody is backing him in gym. As my heart's always going to be with the Korean Zombie, but I would say Volkanovski should be the good size favorite for this one. Even with the reach advantage, though, I just don't see it happening. But, as far as in real life, just, as far as Chan Sung Jung, of course, he's, at this point in 2021, still 33, so he's still in the prime of his career, so I wouldn't say he's fallen off. Yeah, he's got a chance. I wouldn't say his chin Hasn't been testing the save or anything like that. We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does against Volkanovski. And then, co-main event, Thiago Santos, Jimmy the Brute Crute as Jimmy Crute the favorite. Even though Santos is the higher ranked fighter, Santos, has one backer as well. So far we haven't seen a clean sweep on the Blurcast staff picks yet. It's Paul backing him in this one. And now we see the clean sweep here for Michael Venom Page. Yeah, I mean, obviously having a big momentum wave for MVP after making his successful debut in the UFC. Now he's going to get a winning streak going and potentially jump up to the top 15, maybe even the top 10, if he can beat Cowboy Oliveira in a pretty, decisive advantage, or decisive mode. Oh my god, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Decisive manner. We'll see how he does, though, because Alex Oliveira is very, very tough. Very, very, very tough guy to put away. That's not going to be an easy fight. And Thiago Moises taking on Dan the Hangman Hooker with a 5-inch reach advantage. He is the favorite, but that one's really no surprise. We'll see how Moises does, though. Again, it really just depends on what version of Dan Hooker's showing up. Then Denise the Menace Zambanega taking on Marina Rodriguez, which Rodriguez is the favorite, which I'm really not surprised by. We'll see how Denise the Menace does in her UFC debut. And then CJ, Fakara, Steve, Astro Boy, Urseg, both fighters making their UFC debut tonight. 4-3 on the Blurcast staff picks. This is going to be a very, very fun prelim main event. But we see Greg Hardy and Justin Tafa. Tafa's not the favorite in this one, which breaks my heart, but Hardy is a 6-inch reach advantage favorite. But Justin Tafa is a bad man. Hopefully he can clock him and get the victory. Tabitha Ritchie and Nadia Kazim. Ritchie on the Blurcast staff picks, but a 5-inch reach advantage for Nadia, though. So we'll see. We see a lot of reach advantages so far in a lot of these fights. So we'll see if the favorites get the win. And then for Ishihara and Sugar Shane Young, Ishihara is the heavy favorite on the Blurcast staff picks, even though he hasn't won since September of 2017. Almost 4 years. Crazy there. As far as our prelim main opener, JDM and Michael Graves. Both guys no nicknames, so they are just some bad motherfuckers in there. We'll see how he does as far as in his debut in Australia against somebody like Michael Graves, who's a pretty proven commodity, even though that was about 5-6 years ago. We'll see how he does. Big debut, big bidding favorite. And, minus 410 favorite, of course, boxing, wrestling for Michael Graves. He does have American Top Team as well, whereas JDM doesn't have a fight team. I would say that would be a disadvantage, but we'll see how he does, because we just know how much of a beast JDM turns into. They touch gloves, JDM coming forward. And Graves with a jab in exchange. There's a 5-punch flurry. 3 of them land, though, and a leg kick misses, though, for JDM. Graves misses the big right hand. Here comes a counter from JDM with a quick jabs, followed by a kick to the lead legs. Graves does a quick punch, doesn't hit it though. Quickly shoots into JDM now. Couldn't get him down, so he's just able to hop in place here. But he's just going to drive him against the cage. Now he's got him against the cage. Looking for the trip. He's got him down this time. Going to be in control here to end out the round potentially. JDM blocks him as he's trying to, as far as transition to guard. They're trying to pull guard. That's not happening either. And that's the end of the round. Obviously, JDM up 10-9. Second round. They start with Graves, a sudden flurry of 2 punches. But can't hit the right cross, though, as JDM with some good head movement avoids it. There's a quick punch and just about lands a head kick. Great takedown attempt here. He's got the single leg. Trying to pass. He passes. So it's not a good sign when the wrestler's getting taken down like this by a guy who's mainly known for his boxing in JDM, but Graves looking to scramble here, but now Graves is just too slow and gets caught outside control. Graves keeps JDM from mounting him. That would have been real bad. Looking for the arm triangle, though. Doesn't get it, but definitely another round already won, I would say, for JDM. They got about 10 seconds left, and JDM just pounding away in complete control. Really hasn't been in any type of danger. Just, Michael Graves needs a finish. For JDM, he can pretty much coast. We'll see how he does, as far as I don't think he's the coasting type. Goes to the big right hand, putting him out of bounds, though, as now JDM attacking with some quick jabs. And a leg kick doesn't connect, though. Quick punches, no power behind them at all, though, from JDM. 3-punch combination. Fails to land. Fails to, trouble, rather, JDM. So Michael Graves trying to get something going. Graves the 1-2. There we go. And, but JDM counters with 5 quick punches. 4 on the land, and lands a left kick to the body. That is tough. He is punching and bunches as JDM. Pair of jabs that misses the right hook. Pulling the shoulders here. Scores the jab. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Misses the head kick there from JDM. Misses the jab, doesn't connect with the right hand. Manages to connect with 4 punches out of a sudden flurry. Then ends a spin kick to the body. A few gulps of breath. Graves are getting tired now. Off balance with a feint. JDM slipping past the right hook attempt. Attacks the 2 jabs followed by a left roundhouse kick to the body. Warily circling him as the JDM looking for his chance to shoot in. Fails to find his jab. Scores the right cross. Looking a bit tense here as Graves moves around the cage. Attacks with 3 quick punches. 2 of them landing. Hits the right cross. Quickly throws 5 punches. 4 of them land. Doesn't make the low kick connect, though. Crazy. Crazy performance from JDM. He put on a pretty good display, if I do say so myself. Throws 5 quick punches, lands 4 of them, misses the body kick, though. And yeah, he's been outstruck very, very badly than Michael Graves. And yeah, I got 30-27 for his efforts. Tough break. Tough break for Michael Graves, as yeah, thanks all of his sponsors rather for backing him. Also thanks his family, friends, and supporters, and he's very happy to have won in his debut in the UFC as Ishihara and Sugar Shane Young take a swig for the working man. Jesus is starting off fast, as yet they meet in the center. And already though, Shane Young looking for the head kick. It's off target, but he lands the left jab. Ishihara with the left cross. Neither fighter can land a significant strike, though. In the quick exchange, doesn't connect with the right hand as Ishihara lets 2 punches sail past him instead of proving to be far too good for Shane Young. So far, Ishihara is looking actually pretty good in the strike exchanges. Pairs away the head kick attempt and counters the jab and a quick kick as well. Manages the counter jab as Ishihara 1-2, but Ishihara was equal to it. Ishihara now with a jab. Right hand digging up on the gloves, though. And now Young with a jab and a left kick to the rib cage. Shane Young trying to pressure him, though. 1-2 from Young fails to land. Left cross from Ishihara. Good right hand from Young. Both guys are swinging and hitting. That is for sure. Ishihara misses the left jab. Scores the right hook, though. Left jab and a left roundhouse kick to the body now. Off target with the left jab. Hits the right hand. Left jab. Right cross is blocked. Coming forward on the attack. 2 counter left hands from Ishihara. 1-2 from Young. Minute left in the round. Ishihara connects the left hand. 1-2 from Young. Now Young went for the head kick here. After the jab doesn't make contact, though. And Ishihara with the left jab and fails on the hook to the body. Pretty good back and forth round. I mean, Ishihara landed more strikes, but I mean, it's close. It's 10-14. I'd say it's relatively close. But yeah, Ishihara won the first round. Coming in with a left jab and a right cross, rather. And there's a 2-punch combination from Young here. Quick left, straight right. Stepping into the pocket here. There's a nice right cross. Shane Young is not afraid of Ishihara. And you got to step in there and throw with him if you want to beat him. And that's exactly what he needed. It's a great start for him in the second. Slipping past the right hook. Attacks the left hand now. Right cross is blocked from Ishihara. Good combinations here. Fast, low kick as well. But Ishihara with some good defense checks it pretty comfortably. Neither fighter can land a significant shot here. 2 left hands off the counter from Ishihara. Went for the head kick, but doesn't trouble his opponent, though, with it. And now Sugar Shane Young's getting tired. Young misses the right hand. Here comes a counter from Ishihara. Quick left, but doesn't, narrowly fails to connect to the right, though. Young missing the right cross. Another counter from Ishihara. So left jab and a right cross. It just misses. Ishihara's getting tired now. 3 quick punches. Ishihara defends them all, though. My God, the defense on display. Both guys hitting left crosses, pressing forward again, and Ishihara with a left hand exchange. 1-2, Ishihara was equal to it. Scores 2 counter jabs. Left hand, big right is avoided, though. Slipping past the right hook and counters the left hook to the body. And that is the end of the second. I'd say Shane Young won the round. Did get outstruck there at the end, but I felt like he was in control for most of it. Oh, well, I gotta give it to Ishihara. So yeah, I mean, Shane Young, depending on your scorecard, needs a finish. I would say either way, both guys should probably strive for the finish. I think it's a little too close for it to be a clear 2-0. Ishihara with the left hand, left jab and a leg kick from Young. Left hand from Ishihara off the counter, 1-2. Doesn't hit either blow, though, to Shane Young. Misses the right cross. Here comes a counter. Young with a left jab and a head kick doesn't connect, though. If one of these head kicks would have landed, might have been it for Shane Young to get a victory. But there's a jab and a leg kick to the ribcage there from Ishihara. Shane Young getting tired. Head kick, sees it coming, though. Counters the left hand to the body. As Ishihara, pretty good on the counter so far. Misses the right hook. It's kind of a quick left jab and a low kick. Which, again, that's a great counter from Ishihara. Now he gets counted here. Again, does Shane Young. It's a left jab and a right hook. Off target with a jab. Minute left. Ishihara fires off counter jab. 1-2. Doesn't hit either blow. They come together and strikes. Young can't catch Ishihara. And it's a good head movement again, allowing him to slip past for the 1-2. Right rounds kick to the body here. Fails on a leg kick attempt. Doesn't find the mark of the right hand. Ishihara slipping past it. Looking very, very tired as Shane Young misses the jab. But next to the right hand. 1-2 from Ishihara. Both fighters fall into a clinch here. First takedown attempt, and Young gets it. He probably should have been doing that for most of the fight, but I get it. And they're going to give it to Shane Young on that round, so we'll see. I mean, I think it could be 29-28. Shane Young could be even 29-28 Ishihara. They had a 30-27 in there, but yeah, they're going to give it to Teruto Ishihara. What a win. His first win in almost, 5 years. Crazy. It was a good fight, though. Good fight, and nice win for Ishihara. Stops the losing streak and gets a victory. He checks in with everyone, name checks everyone at Team Rascals, very responsive to all of his fans, friendly supporters. Invites everyone out to a post-show winners party at a local club to celebrate the big win. Hell yeah. Tabitha Ritchie and Nadia Kazim. 6-2, 8-1. Let's see how the Aussie native does. So far, the Aussies 1-0 tonight. See if they can keep it going. Cage side judges there, and here we go. Azim confidently comes in closer. Fails to find one more jab. Hits the straight right though, and there's a cut underneath Richie's eye. It's already getting cut up. Nadia looking good. Can't hit the setup strikes rather, but hits Richie with a straight right. Richie with a takedown now, so Tabitha Richie already back down to what she needs to do, and that's keep it on the ground. She wants to win this one. Fires off some right hands. Not doing much damage. Easily punching down on Nadia, but they're easily taking on the gloves, though. Yeah, Richie, I mean, she's going to be in control, but so far, Tabitha Richie has been pulled in tight on the bottom and getting hit to the side of the head. It's a bit of a stalemate. Surprised they haven't stood him up. Finally, stand him up, but Tabitha Richie's like, oh, we're going to go right back down. So another single leg, and yeah, she definitely won that round, even though she got cut up. It was, definitely only a 10-9. Cutman trying to stop the bleeding here, as Nadia is now can't connect with the sub-strikes, hits a straight right, confidently moves in closer here. Weak tentative jab. Left hand, right cross from Nadia. Jab is wide, hits over the straight right. Another very, very quick takedown from Tabitha Ritchie, which she gets it again. Now she's got side control. She hasn't stopped a single takedown. Don't think she will. This has been pretty much Tabitha Ritchie's fight to lose at this rate. But it's a scramble, but it's just a ploy. Here she allows the pass. So let's see. Oh, ends up in guard. So yeah, we're back where we started. Not able to pass guard. Deflects a couple punches thrown from the bottom. Again, at least Nadia's trying to do something from the bottom, but I don't think it's going to really matter too much. But yeah, as far as Nadia, not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, they say she edged it out, which is kind of crazy. She might have landed more strikes that round. Oh, no, she didn't. I don't know how you can give that to Nadia Kazim on that one. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, final round. Tabitha Ritchie, a couple of weak punches landing here that barely even registered. Nadia with a quick jab and a straight right. So far, obviously, the striking advantage has been for Nadia Kazim. Quick punch. Throws three of them, actually. One of them lands, misses the vicious right hand, and here comes Tabitha Ritchie with another takedown. Brutal. Yeah, the Sydney native is not looking too good here. She is in deep trouble. Tabitha Ritchie gets pulled in tight, though. Gets a couple punches aside the head. Imagine if Nadia knocks her out on the bottom. That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, as it's a scramble. As Nadia was ready for it. And she, comes out on top of those Tabitha Ritchie. So we're back where we started again. Looking to get side control. It's another scramble. Oh, and she's got her back now. That's not good. About a minute left. If she got both hooks in, she might get the finish here. Flatten her out. not tapping out, though. Oh my gosh, she goes limp. That is crazy. I mean, talk about a warrior's way out by not tapping, but that was nuts. What a victory for Tabitha Ritchie, though. Takes her back, gets the finish. That was going to be a 30-27, but gets the finish. And, yeah, I mean, she had our game plan. She executed perfection. Black House MMA as well. What a fight camp to be a part of, and they're very sponsors as well. And thanks to all of our fans came out to support her as well. It gives a lot of respect, though, for Nadia, for her skill and toughness. Our co-main event, the prelim. Justin Badman Taffa and Greg Hardy. Don't think this one's going out of the first round, but we'll see. Cage side judges here. Opening bell. They touch gloves. They come together and strike. There's a left cross from Hardy. Holy shit, what a glancing blow with a high kick from Justin Taffa. That's crazy. Big right hook. Doesn't find the mark after the left jab. There's a clean right hand from Justin Taffa. Didn't even rock him. That is crazy. Off target with a jab. Another right hand from Taffa. Listen, these right hands are landing from Justin Taffa. But as I say that, though, here comes a counter. It's a quick left jab from Greg Hardy, but the right hook's avoided the last possible second. 2 counter left hands from Taffa. Right cross from Greg Hardy now. Hardy misses. Here comes a counter. It's a jab and a good right hook. My God, how has he not gotten dropped so far? Oh, here it comes, the powerful right hook from Justin Taffa, though. Knocks him down. Just had to say something. Justin Taffa looking to finish the fight here in the first, and he does. The bad man gets the win. Fuck yeah. It's 4-2 for Justin Taffa. 6-3-1. 6-4-1, actually, for Greg Hardy now. And, yeah, definitely going to be probably out of the UFC after that one. What a win for Justin Taffa. Glad he gets the victory. As thanks to all of his sponsors for backing him. Also thanks to family, friends, and supporters. And he's going to be celebrating his win by going to a local club as well. And everyone's invited. Fucking awesome. CJ Vergara, Steve Astro, boy, Urseg. This is going to be a very, very fun fight. Going to be a tough one, though. I mean, these flyweights are going to bring it. For sure. 2 young flyweights looking to prove themselves. Both, as far as looking to make a big debut, obviously, for the Perth native. The hometown kid. We'll see how he does. Or the home nation kid, if you will. But Urseg wanting to get in close. As far as appears are willing to take a few shots here. Which Urseg's able to clinch up with him now. Got him against the cage. Stomping down on his foot. Keeps him caught against the cage. So, surprising it's been this type of grueling affair. I thought they would just kind of piece each other up from a distance. Now CJ Vergara now looking to shortening the range. Great right hook from Vergara. Now a low kick off to the setups that are not landing. But he's setting him up to at least land the big time shot at the end of the combination. Left jab and a low kick now. Urseg avoids the big right now. Gets a hold of him again. And we're back against the cage. Hate that that's happening for Steve Urseg because he's not really he's not that type of fighter. He's looking to piece you up, take you to the ground if he needs to. But he's not like a ground or like a grinder up against the cage type of fighter. So that's just been pretty shit to see that so far. Hopefully he changes the strategy. Jab lands, misses the low kick. Vergara with the left hand. Urseg avoids the big right, and he's got him again. Got him against the cage again. Can he at least try and take him down or something? But he's just going to have complete control again. A couple punches to the body inside the head again. Margot's going to separate him. Vergara with a jab and a right hand. Urseg with a takedown attempt. Finally, we get a takedown attempt out of it. But it's a sprawl from Vergara. Brilliant sprawl and then a sick head kick that drops him. A beautiful head kick out of that. And looking to finish the fight here in the second. And he does. CJ Vergara catches him with a head kick and gets the win. What a comeback for Vergara and a great win. No, I'm glad that wasn't going to be one that was going to go the distance with the way Steve Urseg was trying to fight. Vergara, though, thanks to everyone connected to defeats Brad Muay Thai for helping prepare for the fight and the sponsor first of winning him financially, as well as visibly delighted to start his UFC career with a win. As Denise the Menace Zambanega taking on Marina Rodriguez. Philippine native looking to make her successful debut with a win. Mark Otter again's our referee as we open up the main card with a 115 women's bout. A go toe strikes, neither fighter can land anything though. Slipping past the left hook does Rodriguez with a quick left jab and a leg kick that just misses. Rodriguez is outstriking her, which has been really no surprise. She's got the fight experience and the UFC experience. Jab lands, also scores a left hook to the body, but there's a jab and a leg kick from Zambanega as they meet in the center. Both fighters missing on their strikes, but the jab doesn't connect with a low kick either. As now she's coming in with two wayward punches then as the setup for the low kick, but Zambanega sees him coming and checks him easily though. Not good. Not good there. As far as the right jab doesn't connect with the leg kick. Off target with the jab, hits the right hand as Rodriguez. Lands the right hand in the exchange, left hand, but doesn't hit the body kick. That's the setup. Or that, I don't think it was the setup, it was the follow-up, never mind. And Rodriguez coming forward, walking them down. Two counter right hands. Left jab, avoids the big right. Exchange of blows comes and goes. Neither fighter can really land anything though. Vicious left cross here. Off the counter from Zambanega. She might have dropped her. Oh, she knocked her down. Right at the end of the round. Is she going to be able to finish her? Saved by the bell is Marina Rodriguez. What a fucking counter left, though. That was awesome. Definitely stole around with that one. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. And now we'll see how Rodriguez can answer the call after getting dropped like that right at the end of the round. As, she almost got away with them, but not quite. Rodriguez looking to go down to the mat, which is definitely for the best. So she's got her against the cage. But she sees a chance to create some space and break free, so she's not getting taken down. Great strike here. Shot out with the straight left. Good stuff. Coming together. Trade some leather. Neither fighter can really do anything damaging. Rodriguez again trying to go for a takedown again. Gets her against the cage. And again, she breaks free of it. So Zambanega doing a really good job with her kind of grappling defense once she gets up against the cage to get out of trouble and get out of danger. Doesn't trouble her opponent with a combination with a body kick. Both fighters come together and strike. Zambanega again with a counter. It's a right jab and a left hook. Zambanega's counter striking has been really, really good. There's a couple of jabs and a right or a left cross rather again that lands hard. And she rocked her again. Looking to finish the fight here potentially. Oh my god. Vicious knee to the face. Knocked her out cold. My god, the little Filipino is looking to dominate potentially with this striking ability. That is crazy. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Dennis the Menace. Zambanega. What a win, what a fight, what a start to this card. Unreal. As praising our team at KHK MMA team, our various sponsors as well, and the Fans Commitment supporter. What a way to debut. Gets a very violent knockout. Beats a tough opponent, Marina Rodriguez, as well. It was a fun fight. Fun fight for sure. So far, the best fight of the night. Thiago Moises and Dan the Hangman Hooker. Margado again's the referee. Is he the only referee on the goddamn card? As the fight begins, they move in. Dan Hooker looking to open up an attack. Couldn't take the initiative, though. As Dan Hooker is pushing the pace. Left jab, right hand. Couple of weak left hands. Fails on the combination with the body kick. Straight right that lands hard. Two weak left hands. Big high kick here. Oh, and he rocked him. Thiago Moises is in big trouble. He was able to avoid the flying knee. That was probably going to be the finish if it landed. Trying to get a takedown to get something going, but Dan Hooker again just lighting him up. Nasty cut on the scalp now. He is out for blood. This is the Dan Hooker that we were looking for. And there's a left hand and a nice right hook to the ribs. He is out for blood. Moises, though, with the takedown. Is able to get it. Looking for the leg lock. Man, imagine he would have got that. It was able to survive in a leg lock finish. And now Moises got side control, though. He's able to hang in there. But if he takes him down again, he'll definitely be in control to maybe potentially win the second. But obviously, Dan Hooker did a great job. Cut him up real good, too. We'll see what happens here. Clearly worried about shooting in as he does not want to get hit. There's a spinning back kick to the body, though. But Moises is able to try to get him down. He's got him against the cage, sweeps him. Beautiful stuff. And he's got his back. Oh, no. Rear naked choke. Doesn't have the hooks in, though. Now he's got both hooks in. Dan Hooker's in deep trouble. And he gets tapped out. He gets choked out, rather. He's got a tap. What a comeback for Thiago Moises. What a loss for Dan Hooker, though. I mean, talk about a fumble. Just bottle that one. That is not great. Third straight loss to 19-11. I hate to cut him. Because he can bring it. But just is not able to finish fights. Tough break there. What a win, though. And what a comeback for Thiago Moises as he name checks everyone at American Top Team. All of his sponsors, all of his friends and family and supporters as well. Thanks to them all. as he wants karma worthy as well for his next contest. We'll see if we can make that happen. As Alex Cowboy Oliveira taking on Michael Venom Page, ACO MVP, even though no one even says ACO for Alex Oliveira. But yeah, Muay Thai background, karate background, of course, for Michael Venom Page. Should be a very, very fun contest. MVP's the favorite. Opening bell here. They go. They touch gloves. Oliveira with a left hook. Left jab from Page, but has the right hand blocked. Both fighters strike without success, though. Oliveira misses the left jab, but has his right hand open on the gloves. Body kick gets parried away. Off target with a couple of jabs. Also doesn't make contact on the kick. So I like that so far it's been a little bit of a rusty affair. Both guys are not be able to hit since obviously they're moving up on a short-term notice to take this fight. And it's been showing so far. Left jab doesn't make contact on the low kick. There's a jab and a nice right hook, though, from Page. Checks the leg kick, this Page. Now counters with a left jab and a right hook. He's looking good now. He's got his rhythm going. Left jab doesn't make contact, though, on the right end of the body. Off target with a pair of jabs. Scores the right hook, though. Beautiful stuff from Oliveira. Missing with the right hand. Here comes Page with the counter. It's a quick left jab. Doesn't connect on the low kick, though. Page, as far as trying to get some instructions from his corner now. Acknowledging those as counters the right hand with a couple of jabs and a right cross that just misses, though. Oliveira with a jab. Right hand's blocked. Nice roundhouse kick from Venom Page. And he rocks him. Oh, no. Oh, there's a vicious head kick. Knocks him down. Can he get a finish here? Unreal. What a performance from Michael Venom Page. Just needed that one strike to get the home victory. And what another first round finish from Michael Venom Page. He's looking real good. Looking real good. Listen, he might be a top 10 welterweight before the end of the year. Might even be a top 5 guy. The way he's been performing. We'll see. But yeah, obviously, praise this team at Wolf Slayer Academy is very responsible of his fans to come out and support him as well. Another post-show winners party. There's going to be a lot of winners party at some local clubs. That is for sure. So our co-main event, Thiago Santos and Jimmy the Brute Crute. We'll see how Crute does. He is the slight favorite. But this is going to be a very, very tough fight. Thiago Santos is no slouch. And he's weighing in a little bit heavier. So he's got a significant weight advantage for this fight as well. Left jab doesn't find nothing but air on the big right, though. Santos is able to clinch up with him against the cage, potentially. Oh, no. Crute stops that. A couple of punches to the side of the head. Now, Crute's in control, and he's got him against the cage. See what they can do here as I'm just using his wrestling now as Santos to prevent any strikes from being landed. A couple of punches to the ribs here. Crute just smothering him, though, against the cage. Mark Otto's thankfully going to separate him, but they're back wrestling again, and Crute again is the aggressor, and again he's got him against the cage. Wild. Definitely didn't think Santos would be getting out grappled, but shows you how great of a grappler Jimmy Crute is. Definitely won the round, but not the greatest of performances, obviously. Hopefully these guys get something going, but yeah, Crute again, the better the grapple exchange, getting him against the cage. Just wish somebody would land some major strikes here, because we've had a pretty great card up to this point, especially on the main card. Again, trapped against the cage. Santos this time reverses it. Now he's the one against the cage, but they're going to separate him. That's kind of crazy that Santos gets out of it. Now they separate him. Left jab, backing away Santos. 4-punch combination. Santos avoids all of them, as Santos is now trying to get some grappling going. But again, Crute, 2 quick punches. Doesn't hit either of them, though. Crute's still getting the better of the grappling exchanges so far. Got him against the cage. A couple of grueling short strikes. Yeah, there's a short left uppercut now. Some dirty boxing now from Jimmy Crute. But yeah, another round for him. And so it hasn't been a pretty fight. That is for sure. They clinch up again. Crute's the aggressor again. Got him bent against the cage. Couple of dirty boxing going again. Some short uppercuts, potentially some solid right hands. A few punches of the ribs now land as Crute's trying to fire back. And again, Mark Art's got to separate him. And again, they come in with a clinch. Again, he gets him against the cage. But this time, at least, Santos is out wrestling him. And this time, he's got him against the cage, potentially. So Santos might win this round. He's got the left uppercut here. But now Crute is able to counter again. So now Crute's in control. Now he's got a sharp right to the ear. Wow, they're going to give that one to Jimmy Crute. I definitely thought Santos won it, but it was close on the strike advantage. For 7+ for Jimmy Crute. I would say 29-28 was the right scorecard, but 30-27 is the majority of them. And yeah, not a great fight at all. brutal. Brutal performance. For Thiago Santos, he's, boy, not looking good. 22-9. Not a great performance. In the past, he's had some decent fights. The Jacare one was pretty good. Yeah, that was just, both guys had the same game plan to fit, just brutal. Brutal stuff. I would say Cruz had, kind of the, so far he hasn't been the one that's had good fights compared to Santos. Yeah, it's not great. Especially the Aussie native putting on a pretty shit performance. He name checks everyone at Stand Strong. Boxing is very responsible all of his fans' famous supporters as well. He praises Santos for his toughness as well. It's our main event, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung versus the Alexander the Great Volkanovski. The Australians have done pretty well for themselves, I would say. Pretty well. See how this main event plays out, though. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee for this featherweight contest, was 5 rounds. They touch gloves, moves in closer as Chan Sung Jung connects the jab and misses the vicious right. 1-2 from Korean Zombie fails to land, and Volkanovski is able to grapple up with him. Got him against the cage. I'm going to see back-to-back fights where guys are just, smothered against the cage. That'd be pretty brutal. But luckily, Zombie's able to wrestle free and circle out of it. 1-2 doesn't land either blow, and now Volkanovski again with the underhook this time. Looking for the takedown. He's got him. Greco-Roman slam. Here now, Zombie with an armbar attempt from the bottom. Not happening, though. Controlled against the ground and able to shift him off him. But yeah, what a great takedown. Great slam from Volkanovski. Won the round with that one. We'll see how Zombie is able to answer the bell here in the second. Misses all the strikes on the combination of the low kick to the legs, and that's going to give Volkanovski the chance for the single leg. Going to potentially lay him prey his way to victory. I don't like that from Volkanovski. As it doesn't want to get caught with an armbar from the bottom. Chan Sung Jung went for it, but didn't get it. Pulls him in close, couple of punches from the bottom. Zombie now, they stand him up. 1-2 doesn't land either blow, and Volkanovski is able to clinch up with him again. Another takedown. Yeah, Korean Zombie isn't able to stop these takedowns. Another not so exciting round from Volkanovski. Third round here, and another takedown. He's got the single leg. Listen, at this point, you gotta just the jest is on Korean Zombie. Hasn't been able to stop these takedowns. You don't like the lay and pray though. That is definitely not his fault on that one. But yeah, it's just and Volkanovski again with a takedown. Looking for the armbar this time. Zombie blocks it though. At least he went for a finish this time in the third, but yeah, another 10-9. Running out of rounds is Korean Zombie. He needs a finish at this rate now. Jab lands the right hand, so that's a nice one too. Went for the head kick, it's wide on the mark though. And Volkanovski's like, alright, we're going to go right back down. It's 100% takedown rate again. Pounds away some right hands again. Tries a sweep, not happening though. Begins to work to get side control. Somehow ends up in north-south. And he's underneath him. Is the Korean Zombie. There's a short knee strike to the side of the head now. Another short knee strike to the side of the head. Looking for the north-south choke. Oh, and he got him. Well, at least he finished him. North-south choke for the win. Didn't see that one coming. Tough break for the Korean Zombie, though. Did not have a chance in his wrestling takedown. That was brutal. Volkanovski, though, gives a name check. They win a Tiger Muay Thai. Obviously, responds to all of his friends, family, and supporters. Definitely don't want to give him the Max Holloway fight. I think we're going to give him Brian Ortega, actually. I think that will be the fight to make. So, yeah, I mean, that was actually... It was looking like it was going to be a pretty great card. Then the co-main and main happened. Pretty unfortunate there. But, yeah, I mean, at least the critical rating, at least it was almost a 70. Only not even 1,000 people, which is kind of crazy. Commercial rating 64. Probably are not going to get a lot of popularity increase from that card. Nope. Nope. That usually happens, though, with fight nights, though. Definitely want to give a performance bonus for Moises. For Zambanega as well. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Tabitha Ritchie did well. Yeah, that'll probably be it. On the performance bonuses. Oh, so I made almost 300k, so not too bad. Not great, but not terrible either. As that would do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching here. Volkanovski gets a win, and he's looking to get back to his winning ways after losing to Max Holloway. as we will catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.